Good morning, students. So now we'll start another session of sales and distribution management class. And last classes we have already discussed about that is the sales training, and we have discussed what is sales training. We have also discussed about the planning of the sales training programs, and we have decided that is why we build the sales training program, and we have also discussed that is the importance and the need of the training, and we have also that is discussed that about the content of the training. Now it is one of the very important topic we have to go in to on discussing, that is it is your what happened training method. Listen here. As per we have discussed about that is regarding the A, C, E, SCM, E and E. That is what we have discussed. That is in the cases of the SCE. That is A for the aim. A for aim. Already we have discussed. That is the why we need. That is the conducting the training program, that we have importance of the conducting the training program, that we have already the aim, and that we have also here also discussed that about the content. Okay, about the content. Then that is M for what? That is the method. M for that is the method you have to discuss. Today we will that is discuss the training method. Then E for execution. E for execution, and another E for that is the evaluation. Okay. So, my dear students, in the training program is very essential for the sales force, that we know very well. So, here when you are discussing about that is the training method, the planner must select which training method is appropriate for the trainees. Okay, and what we have discussed in the case of the ACMEE means that is the what happened method, that stands for M stands for the method, and there is a wide variety of the method is there, but the program content often limit those that very appropriate. And the content is also in this new policy is also lies on the vacations and the holidays. The training programs mostly always given on the what vacation period or the what happened holidays, because the all will be free and it will be the extra time and extra way to gaining knowledge during the course of that is working hour. It cannot be possibility, because during the working hour, because the superiors, the seniors, those who will provide the training, they will not free. Okay, and the trainees, those who are also they are also engaged in the work. Okay, somehow they are also engaged in the work. So during this what happened training session, it is mostly priority is given during the vacation period or during the holiday. And another, when you are discussing about it, there are so many things are there. There are so many. That is certainly almost most of the methods. That is the lecture method, supplementary method, perhaps the usual visual aid methods. So many methods are there, but what through which they can provide the training. Okay, lecture method, that is what happened. You can say that is directly the trainer, and there is the interaction between the trainer and training. And the visual aid means some that is some pictures, through pictures or through the motivational spirits, or that is motivational talk, or that is the some audio and video classes must be there through which they can provide these trainings also. And it is one of the things I will write all the things, that is whatever the various important point here to be discussed in the training method, and that is the very important, that one of the methods should choose by the trainer to provide the training to the trainees. Okay, the trainer should provide the appropriate method which will be relevant to the freshers or to the trainees. Okay, and that will be very effective for the organization as well also for the trainees. Okay, and the training methods may be what happened. The methods are, we have to discuss it. Lecture method, number 2, personal conference method, number 3, demonstration, number 4, role play, number 5, case discussion, number 6, impromptu discussion, number 7, gaming, number 8, on the job training, number 9, correspondence course. These are all the methods. Okay, that is what happened. The students here, many more methods are there, but these are the important methods are there. One is to the lecture method, that another personal conference method, demonstration method, role play method, case discussion method, then impromptu discussion, gaming, and on the job training, as well as the correspondence course. My dear students, let us discuss about what are that is the lecture method. So here, lecture method is the very oldest method, what we can say. It is from the ancient level, it is only carried on. Okay, this is one type of the instructional method. Okay, and what happened when you know this lecture method, it is used before the invention of the printing. Okay, प्रिंटिंग प्रेस जब से पहले स्टार्ट नहीं होता, ये मेथड चल रहा था. वहाँ के जमाने में हमें पता नहीं एक्चुअली सेलिंग हो रहा है, बट ट्रेडिंग हो रहा था. There is a trade and commerce relationship between the trade and commerce, between the civilization to civilization, that we know very well. And from there only, that is what happened. Only lecture method is there. One have to say and another have to hear it. Okay, and there is some interaction, or that is a talking between the what happened trainer and the trainee. Okay, and there is also what happened the sharing of knowledge. Okay, and all the whatever may be the doubt and discuss at the spot only. Okay. So trainees mainly watches and should listen in this lecture method. Okay, and also some versions of lecture permitting questions also, and the lecture lecture features what happen very passive. This method, the lecture method, is very passive rather than the active, and trainee participation is very important. Trainee must be present. Its main weakness is the training. It is emphasis more on learning only. The trainee should, before coming to the training, he should have acquired knowledge. He should have wide mind, and he should have deep into the professions, so that he can put some questions or what happened, some doubt clearance, okay, whatever may be. So it is what happened more emphasized, or that is one of the weaknesses that what happened, it is emphasized more than of the learning. And as we can say, it is a very effective what happened, provided that lecture is able and enthusiastic and use the examples. The lecturer who is providing, the trainer who is providing here or providing training, he should give more example, he should give more demonstration, very clearly demonstration of the things, and he should use the visual aids for the training, so that it will be the knowledge should be grasped by the trainee, and it should be well understood by the trainee, and they will come to the point where they have to work it, and where they have to use these things, okay. And the lecture method is more economically. Basically, it is, we will say, it is not consisting any that is expenditure, too much of expenditure rather than the other method, and that is the one of the disadvantages is that is what happened. This method are very. It should have an average training. The minimum presence of the training must be there. Mostly what happened, it cannot be very difficult to provide a training to one or two persons. It must be what happened, that is average number of trainees must be there to provide this lecture method, okay. जैसे बेटा देखते हो हमारे क्लास में क्या होता है, अगर फुल स्ट्रेंथ आते हैं तो एक लेक्चर को कैसे, that is लेक्चर करने से कैसे टीचर को एक लेक्चर देने में कैसे आनंद मिलता है, बट फ्यू स्टूडेंट्स आएंगे तो कितना बार वो लेक्चर देंगे वो टॉपिक को, that is the teacher feel very disgust. Similarly here also the trainer will feel disgust if there is less number of trainees in his or her classes, okay. And what happened, the average trainee must be immediately recall less than 10% what he or she. On another lesson, you know, the science says that is when you are delivering some speech or when you are delivering some lecture, the human being is only able to hear only 10% what he heard. वो जो सुनता है ना बेटा, उससे 10% he can't remember. So that the training must be appropriate manner, that the training must be extravagant, that is what happened, he should keep on writing everything so that he can recall everything after the classes also. But he can put some questions also, because we know that is out of the what happened gathering, that is only 10% of the mass only what happened they have appearing the what or the full relation to the lecturing class. And another lecture is most appropriate, and introduction and orientation session must be there, okay, and providing the summaries of the major topics what to be taught in this method, that we have to also clearly make it understandable. And the learning should be improved through the multimedia approach. आजकल जो साइंटिफिक दुनिया में, that is आजकल जो साइंटिफिक we are using the scientific methods whatever may be, so multimedia approach अगर होगा तो वहाँ पे बहुत सारा हम यूज कर सकते हैं, improve method कर सकते हैं, और this versions of the lecture increases the attention and the comprehension, and the retention must be also there. This is the what happened, the first lecture methods what we have, okay. Then next we will discuss about that is the personal conference. Here the mass must be there, okay. Here the personal conference means what happened in this method, the trainer and trainee, it is jointly, that is analysis the problems. It is what happened, jointly they will talk it, they will, that is talk to that of the jointly they will work it, they will work jointly, they will analysis the problems, joint what happened, the trainer and the trainee, they will involve both the persons, both the person, that is the trainer and the trainer, they will involve in the work, and they will analysis the problem, they will find what is the effective way, okay, and what are the result, they will accumulate in the same time only. And another what happened, effective use in the selling time as well as the route planning. आजकल मार्केटिंग में पहले देखो पर्सनल कॉन्फ्रेंस में क्या होते हैं, जो कि बहुत सारा MR students there, that is sometimes the trainees is carried by, that is the the trainers, they were caring to that of the trainees, okay, and at that time only, that is, the trainee will listen what his boss is carrying the business, how the boss is carrying his own business. That is one type of the that is learning method, okay. So here, that is call schedule and holding usual selling problem, but it is very important, that is what happened, personal means these are held in offices also, okay, and restaurant, bar, anywhere, because आमने सामने बैठकर कुछ discuss करना है, okay, और that is the personal conference must be unstructured and the informal method must be there, okay. This is the what happened, that is the what, the personal conference. And another, that is the what happened, that is the demonstration. This method is also the very appropriate conveying the information of on such topic as a new product or the selling techniques, selling text demonstration देना है. जैसे देखते हो हार्पिक में क्या होता है, demonstration देते हैं कौन, that is अक्षय कुमार, popular hero, cinematic hero, is that is what happened, providing a what demonstration how to use the harpic and many more things. Some people, that is the cinema heroes, they are what engaged in advertising, they are showing the that is the demonstration, because this is the selling techniques, okay. They were what happened when they were coming with a new product, they have to explain how to use. They have to explain where there is a defect or not, all the things. And effective sales training must be that is used demonstration to the maximum extent, okay. Since from the starting or beginning of the time, and they are showing also has more effective selling also, and demonstration are generally used with the other methods. जो भी हम पहले से बोल चुके हैं, या other methods, that is so many methods are there. Demonstration method is usually widely used in every that is training methods, and it is also what happened जो कि generally use these methods like lecture method में भी use कर सकते हैं, और जो कि interchanges होता है, जो कि कर्वस्टोन कॉन्फ्रेंस होता है, पर्सनल कॉन्फ्रेंस में डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन भी यूज किया जाता है. ये that is a good appropriate method if we will say about the what happened demonstration. And another we will discuss about the role playing. So my dear students, role playing is very one of the important method. The trainees will act out part when he will face any problems or situations. Here the role playing sessions begins with the trainee describing the situation and the different personalities involved in the market, and the trainer provided need the prospectus, okay, and designate the trainee to play, how to work, all the things, and upon that only they have to work properly. And here mostly that is trainees to play the salesperson's role, the prospects and the other characters, because it is a trainee. One will act as a customer and another will act as a salesman, okay, and there they will play what happened, how to interact, how the customer, what the customer will ask, and how the salesman will interact with that of the customer. The same trend, that two trainees can be act. Here the trainer also behave like a customer also, and that is what happened. The trainee should how is managing or handling the situation that he has to represent it. It is a what happened, that is the role play, and each play his or her design also, and afterwards they have to together with other group members also trainer, and perhaps that is appraise the mostly each effectiveness also, and suggest how to perform and help in might also what happened, that we have to see it. And this version is also, one version is known as the sweat session, okay, पसीना. स्वेट सेशन मतलब पसीना, रोल प्लेइंग में बहुत पसीना भी आ सकता है, मतलब हार्ड लेबर, बिकॉज यू हैव टू इन प्रेजेंट ऑफ द फ्यू पीपल्स. जैसे हमें क्लास डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन लेते हैं, क्लास में जैसे जाकर करते हैं बेटा अपने रोल प्लेइंग करते हैं. रोल प्लेइंग में both that is intellectual, that is a thing it is will come because directly will represent yourself, okay, and in front of the trainer or the senior manager, and you have to act on it, and that is very talented things it will be done in the role playing method. And the role play must be become the actively and emotionally identified with the character what they having, and audience interest must be find it here, audience, okay, because others may be sitting there watching you also, and even the spontaneous reactions are also surprise that you have to find it also. And the main advantages of this training method, it provides very realistic practices in applying what they have to learn it, and other training or by experiences that you have to gain it or you have to see it. One thing another students, the role playing method is very flexible, okay, and it can adapt to extreme diversity in the role playing situation also, that way to find it. And role playing lends itself to train the new personal and experienced people or even mixed groups also. And one thing we can say, the trainees learn to accept the criticism from the others, and the groups should recognize them, that sound suggestion benefit must be there, okay. A role player also gain that is acting experiences, which they have to help in the later handling the different selling situations also. This is the one important thing that is about the what, that is the role play. And another we have to discuss about the what happened, that is the case discussion. Listen here, what is the case discussion? Suppose we know students, we are doing the case studies. What is the case studies? That is a fair example of the case discussion. Okay, suppose the method is very originated by the business educators as a partial substitute or for learning by experience. Mostly it is used by the sales training also. In most of the sales training situation, however, the cases used are very short, and the training are given to 10 to 15 minutes to read before that group discussion starts, and they have to discuss on the topic, okay. That is one, they have to make a debate on that. And trainees, what happened, discuss on the case studies, and identify the issues, the solutions, and the responsibility, that is what you have to, how to handle or analysis all the things you have to, or identify the issues and marshal the relevant fact also, and diverse the, that is mostly specific alternatives what they have, and choose the most one appropriate, that is the probable solutions to him, and to derive that is maximum benefit from the case discussion. Each session should conclude what happened with the drawing of the general lesson on the lesson learned, what they have learned from the group discussion or the case discussion, that you have to represent it, okay. And another, that is what happened, we have to discuss, that is the impromptu discussion. Impromptu discussion means what happened, what is the impromptu? It is the self seminar, or that is the buzz session, okay, and begins with the trainee, group leader, or we can say that is the some members of the sales force making a brief and the presentations of the everyday, that is the problems, okay. And general give and take decisions must be here. Impromptu group discussion improves the salesperson's ability, okay, to handle the situations or the problems. And impromptu decisions also differ from lecturing method, that is, you know. The maximum benefit from this of the impromptu discussion is that effective leader, or that is a moderator, is highly essential, okay. And the discussion leader must command the trainee respects, and either it be with the skill or in dealing with the people or in the well informed. And then a proper room arrangement is very, very important, which help in generating the discussion and also draw a conclusion at the end, okay, that we have to think it. The very, very one of the good topic discussion, that is the impromptu discussion. And another we have to see, that is the what happened, the gaming. Here it is what happened, the gaming. This method is mostly the simulation, okay, mostly resembles the role playing, using highly, that is structured contributed situations and based on the reality, in which players assumes decision making through their successive round of play. Preparations of game requires also research to dig out the needed root or the fact what they have it. And the incorporation of this, that is into a game model also, and developing a detailed instructions for players and referees, and also writing of the computer program also. One thing very important in this gaming method is what happened, participants should learn easily, because particularly the participants or trainees, they are directly engaged in this gaming. Players also developing skill in identifying the key factors to influence the decision, okay. Game also lends themselves readily to demonstration also, and the use and the value of the such analytical techniques as inventory and other planning models. Games are very effective in emphasizing the dynamic nature of the problem, okay, situation and the interrelationship also. And another things what we are discussing, the very limiting factor on that, what happen, usually 3 or to 4 hours is required, few hours is required for playing, and generating a sufficient decision making, maybe rounds, okay, to provide the desired learning experiences and find out the resultant. And in the game design, what happens, these are the based on the ordinary decision making process, and the rules often prevent payoff, as well as also novel approaches is also there. My dear students, after the gaming, and we have to discuss about the on the job training. This is a very important job training method. This method is the coach and pupil method, combines telling, showing, then practicing, and also evaluating. The coach, sometimes the trainer, sometimes the professionally, the coach may be the sometimes the professionally the sales trainer, and more often a seasoned salesperson must be there and begin by the describing the particular the selling situations and explaining the various techniques and the approaches that might be used in very effectively. And the on the job training, it is very important part of the most initial sales training program. No more effective way exists for learning a job, and this is what method is very appropriate for the developing trainees, and in making a sales presentation and answering the objections also, and also interacting with the close selling also. And this is the selling aspect requires practices, as well as the method provides mostly expertly supervised practices must be also required. So after that, on the it is a very important method, we can say, because learning and also what, income, both the sides. Because when you are in the job, you are providing the training. You have to follow to your job, or follow to your boss, how they were interacting and how they are carrying the market and everything, dealing with the customer, everything that we have to learn from the job. And last method we can say that is about the correspondence course. This method is usually put initial and the continuing sales training. The method is used also to train in non-companies, okay, or any sales personnel, those who are interested. such as mostly distribution of the salesperson or to improve their knowledge, okay, of the manufacturer or product lines or whatever the selling techniques. Correspondence technique is most important as an interim training method because trainers are scattered geographically, and preparing the standardized correspondence courses and covering the technical product data and generally company informations and selling techniques is also making the market conditions. These are the very important things what we have to discuss is about the training methods. Okay students, so in the next class we will discuss about the executing and evaluation of the training and many more things. Thank you, have a nice day and stay home, stay safe.